bites you.
His football team has been the subject of multiple investigations over the years. But on Friday, as you well know, Pats owner Robert Kraft is now the subject of one himself. Police in Jupiter, Florida, filing 2 misdemeanor charges saying Kraft was twice captured on video paying for a sex act at an illicit massage parlor. Kraft, who is 77 years old, would likely, as a first-time offender in Florida, be allowed to enter a diversion program and avoid jail. Law enforcement explained, though, there will be a warrant out for his arrest.
One of the names on the list, can you confirm for us that that name is the high-profile individual and professional sports franchise owner that we believe it to be? And could you please speak to that name and that situation?
Yes, sir. He is one of the individuals.
Name who he is?
That would be Mr. Robert Kraft.
Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots?
Yes, sir.
And what is he being charged with?
He's being charged with the same offenses as the others, and that is soliciting another to commit prostitution.
And how many accounts may he face?
Right now we have 2.
So that would be 2 separate incidences or visits to the Orchids of Asia Day Spa, or one visit with multiple charges from that one visit?
2 different visits.
To be clear, the video evidence has Mr. Kraft in that room allegedly receiving those paid acts, those allegedly illegal acts.
So the question was, does the video contain Mr. Kraft inside receiving the alleged acts? The answer to that is yes.
He will not be arrested, correct? He's being issued a notice of appearance?
He is not a resident of the state of Florida, so there would be an arrest warrant issued.
So there's an active warrant for him right now?
Well, it's in the process with the state attorney right now. They've been handed the entire case packet and all the filing charges, and they'll be taking that process forward.
Now, Robert Kraft's spokesperson today issued this statement, quote, "We categorically deny that Mr. Kraft engaged in any illegal activity. Because it is a judicial matter, we will not be commenting further," end quote. Our Jeff Darlington has been working this stunning story all day. He joined SportsCenter from Foxborough, Massachusetts. Jeff, what's been the reaction where you are?
Well, Zubin, quite frankly, it is very quiet here in Foxborough, as expected. Players certainly not here in February. Robert Kraft not here. And in the building, they're simply getting ready for the scouting combine next week. So really a very quiet scene in Foxborough.
Okay, so that's the scene at the moment there, not much percolating. But moving ahead, as far as the league is concerned, what does the NFL have to weigh as they determine their next course of action here?
Well, this, Zubin, is where things get very interesting because the NFL does not require any situation when it comes to the legal side of this. Instead, when we look at the personal conduct policy, we see in there that it states very clearly ownership does have traditionally been held to a higher standard and will be subject to more significant discipline when violations of the personal conduct policy occur. Now, that doesn't require breaking the law even. Ultimately, in this situation, it can just be, quote, "that damages the reputation of others in the game and undercuts public respect and support for the NFL." So Robert Kraft will certainly have to deal with these misdemeanor charges of soliciting prostitution. But even aside from that, the NFL will continue to investigate on their own in this situation. They will look into this matter and ultimately decide whether to discipline Robert Kraft aside from the legal ramifications. So we are talking, Zubin, about 2 very clear distinctions that the NFL will face.
Interesting. We should also note the release of video eventually, if at all, could completely change the paradigm of the investigation, as the NFL has found out firsthand on multiple occasions. That's our Jeff Darlington in Foxborough. Now, we should mention the National Football League also released a statement saying it's, quote, "aware of the ongoing law enforcement matter and will continue to monitor developments." The Pats' former standout linebacker Teddy Bruschi played his entire career under Bob Kraft in New England. Now an ESPN football analyst gave his thoughts on the situation.
This is a hard thing to communicate about, and it's very difficult when my youngest son comes up to me and he's heard about it before I did, and he says the word prostitution. So surprised and shocked is an understatement. I guess that's a big if this were true, I'd be extremely disappointed. All of the fans of the New England Patriots are holding on to that, that 2-sentence statement that he released saying that the Krafts categorically deny anything illegal that happened. So the New England Patriots are in the fabric of all of the families here in this region. It's a tough, confusing time right now for myself, for a lot of fans of the New England Patriots. I mean, you can probably hear it in my voice. It's a tough day for everyone here in New England.
Again, just to review the details of the investigation, there's been a long day, a lot of details coming out. Police say Kraft is facing 2 counts of misdemeanor solicitation of prostitution. He was not arrested, but police say a warrant will be issued next week. And in a statement, Kraft's representatives denied any wrongdoing, while, as we mentioned, the NFL says it will continue to monitor the situation here.
More to come on the Sports Center. A star-studded leaderboard in Mexico World Golf Championship. Dustin Johnson's playing really well. He's your leader, and Tiger hit one of the best shots of his career, in my opinion.
Wow.
We'll show you that coming up on that golf highlight. There's a tease.
You bet.
Pitch clock in baseball. Yep, they're trying it out in spring training. We'll give you the details on what this is all about. This is Sports Center.